I'm gonna tell you a story. And the first thing you have to understand is, it doesn't work the way you think it does. You can call me Oracle because I'm the one who's talking to you. Welcome to the call. That little pleasant being there with me, chanting into my blessing, and then starting the recorded. I'm not joking, that's literally what I just did. But anyway, I'm gonna, first I'm gonna do this. Graves, lanterns, on when the nights, obsidian number, remember thou art mortal. Gorgeous ladies always allure, men so drawn overall, must understand respect. Gamblers rolling bones, lovers diamond stones, all the way march soldiers offering prayers, understated off misunderstood reverence. Will you watch that be a little mix? On with the show, it's time to begin. So anyway, our other core concept of me telling you a story is understanding that uh with this whole like me doing magic thing, like a while back, way like 8 years ago. This is like way after I got my initiation as a Buddhist monk, and I was like, still kind of like learning my meditation stuff. It was actually right before I started doing a ton of meditating because like my life kind of fell apart, and like it wasn't because of anything I did. And I was like, what happened here? I want to know. I don't get it, and I'm pissed. But um, more to the point, I because if you've ever seen a particular movie, a particular, very specific Nick Cage movie called The Sorcerer's Apprentice, there's this line in it, like, "We are but servants." And so this is sort of like the attitude I took when I was like, well, you know what? If I want to learn how to do sorcery, which is sort of like, boom, I make something happen. Like, I want to be like, I want to be responsible with it. Like, I want to have patrons. I want to choose ones that I feel like I like, not only that I trust, but like that I connect with well. Because like I feel like even like things that might seem sketchy, if you're making a deal with them magically, they're going to keep to their deal. They kind of have to. It's something like a core concept that's very important. Man, I really gotta find that Dragon McHarrick book because I think I actually deleted the video where I referenced the fact that he had this. There's a part in the Dragon McHarrick book about farming a contract, and it's very like essential to like just dealing with anything that's able to affect physical reality, but essentially has a non-physical form, like Tulpa, essentially, for example. But part of my deciding to get into this is like specifically for the sorcerer aspect of things. I wanted to have patrons, and it occurs to me that I actually haven't told you what they were. Um, but I picked 13 because it seemed like a solid number. It had a lot of mystical significance, and it's not like some people actually have a phobia of the number 13. I never have. I like a phobia in its strictest definition is having an unreasoning fear of something. It's a fear that you may understand like rationally. There is no reason for me to be afraid of this. Like I had I wouldn't even say a phobia, like a minor fear of spiders, but like it was because like a spider molted on me like when I was a kid, and like I had like a hollow spider drop on me when I was like from the middle of a room. I was like, what is this? That freaked me out for like years, but I got over it. I did. Especially after I had a dream where I saw like these things called crab spiders that were basically like spiders and crabs at the same time, and they're just like, oh yeah, we live in like the dream space. That's why you see us here. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And like, can we like, you have something on you? Can we get it off you? Like, sure. And I had crab spiders crawling on me in my dream. But anyway, my point is that these are the patrons I chose. I actually have a plaque on my armor over there that has them written in like cursive because I thought it'd be fancy schmancy with it. But like, um, Yeah, I may as well just read the list. There's the great work. If you're familiar with Kabbalah, it's a lot. It has to do a lot of Kabbalah and its intersection in alchemy has to do with the great work. True magic, because that seemed like, look, I have absolute faith in a couple things. One is that even if I'm not experiencing it correctly, reality is reality. Another is that like magic definitely a thing. You ever seen The Last Unicorn? When Svenman is less like magic be and like do as thou wilt. That's literally exactly the attitude I was trying to take when basically asking True Magic to be my patron. Mod. Mod is the Nether of Truth for Egypt. Nether is a word that applies to basically a personified concept. Um, if Mot would be the Purana, that would be like the feminine like aspect sutra or a string of like truth with the Shakti Purana sideways sutra, then like the intersection of like Set as the Asatya Kundalini Sarpa force would be like have that intersection there. Anyway, I'm gonna move on now. The Year Demon as Dionysus. That is, if you know anything about the history of theater and dithyrambs, that's what that's about. The Tao, because why wouldn't I? Buddha, because I'm initiated as one, and Buddhist monk, and Wing Chun as the master of all kung fu, and O Sensei as Mahaguru Chatman, or the basically basically like the Chaya Mon equivalent of Wing Chun as a Geodis aspect. Merlin as a druid, Robin Hood as a steward. It might make more sense to see him as like a ranger, but honestly, in a very real way, he was supposed to be a steward for King Richard to basically act as a foil to the corrupt steward in Prince John. That's what basically the deal of the story, because that's part of why it's important that Robin of Locksley is actually a lord, because he was supposed to be like a steward for the like noblesse oblige, the lords that actually did what they were supposed to do, as opposed to just like screwing around because they had a ton of power and they could get away with it. Scheherazade is a bard, because if I'm picking a bard patron, Scheherazade is like literally the best idea ever in my opinion. House and One Tails right there. The White Wolf, for basically like the lone wolf in winter. That is like what happens when they basically pack separate and like someone has to go out by their own way and like find their way in the winter. Combination of guide or a nyaka and shaman. They were doing 1 and 2 and 2 and 4 0 7 3. The way I be the Harry and the way I they be. The way of the fates and the bog would they be. They bond together in a tree and make the roots probability. Hey, probably gonna have a fun song about that at some point, because I have a whole lot of fun song about that. Let's see. The greatest game ever, Mahakrita. I'll talk about Mahakrita at length another time. And because I'm kind of cheesy and like I don't know, I try to like not be like patriotic per se, but like just try to. There are things about this country that I think could be better, and so part of that was me deciding that like if I'm gonna live here, I decide I will serve the Atman of the Constitution. I mean, like it's one of 13 patrons that I have, so it's not like I'm trying to be like it's not like I'm trying to be the ritual leader for the entire country, because that sounds like a lot of work. I wouldn't want to do that. But anyway, that's my patrons of the first 13 patrons 13 of the way. Australia does a bougie of the first of the way. The first time 8 years ago by me, that would be Oracle OSC. Alright. I have on the note of this is the remains of me having most of my 5 fruits from earlier. I've had the starfruit, I've had the and basically I have the mango and the persimmon left because I can't figure out where the seeds of the persimmon are, and I just haven't gotten to the mango yet. But I've already put the starfruit seeds and the a bit of the dragon fruit and the kiwi that have like a bunch of this. Like, I don't know if you've ever had dragon fruit or kiwi. Like, I'm assuming a lot more people have probably at least seen the inside of a kiwi than seen the inside of a dragon fruit. But basically, it's just a whole bunch of like fruit flesh with like seeds throughout, kind of like a banana, but with them more spread out. Um, and so they're planted in my bathroom. It's gonna have like especially if I get a bunch of things actually sprouting. That's gonna have like a nice little garden in there. It'll be pretty cool. But along with I got a walnut a while back, like around the same time I got all the other fruits for that group. And I think I'm probably later on tonight going to make some corn chowder and 5 fish fillets. And I'm gonna have like a double punch on retail, one for fish and one for grain, just to like, oh, you know what? I've told you about like the fish, the grain, the other things. I have the ones for the Medea, so I may as well just like, I'll do one for each. That seems like something I can do to round out my evening for tonight and get done with things and get to bed early so I can go to work tomorrow and earn my day job pay. Cause you know, gotta gotta go to your day job. I'm not expecting to be able to like pay my bills with YouTube. It'd be cool, but I ain't expecting it. Anyway, let's see. Because it would be dumb to expect to pay your bills with YouTube. I'm just saying, if you're able to pay your bills with YouTube, like I know there are YouTubers who are able to pay their bills with YouTube. Good for them. But like, I'm not doing this to expect to become that, because that's an unreasonable expectation. I'm just saying. I try to keep my expectations reasonable. Yeah. Oh my God. Someone who's into magic trying to do magic and have reasonable expectations. How about that? If you think I'm crazy, it's for having reasonable expectations. I can't really fault you. Alright, anyway. Let's see, what else? I think I'm done for now. I'll be tuning in later and probably upload make another one of these and upload it in about an hour or something. And for now, dreams safely everyone in the way of a Kuchikaki. Dream safely everyone, swap safely. Hey, I'm Oracle, something talking, something singing to ye. Dream safely everyone in the true way.